We all know that the Rings of Power TV show isn't the greatest, to say the least. But there's one thing about it that just pisses me off, and nobody seems to acknowledge it. And to be honest, it basically applies to all modern fantasy shows. So here's the thing. Imagine you're shooting a movie 25 years ago, 20 years ago, 30 years ago, around that time. You have your great cast, you have your expensive sets, and you have a nice camera that uses film, of course. Then you're gonna color grade it, add effects, do some CGI, but basically you're always going to have this essence of film. You're going to have the grain, the right shadows, the light fall off, So basically that's the case with The Lord of the Rings, the movies. Even when you look at them, you feel like you're being transported into a different world, right? A fantasy world. My guess is that it's because of the shooting, right? The cameras a little bit older, shooting on film, the grain, just the feel of the frame, of the colors, of the light. It's all much different than what we have today. Because what we do have today are those digital cameras. Basically everybody, especially in the Netflix, TV show space, basically uses one or two cameras, They're the same cameras, they shoot digital, and what they're made to do is basically give you the cleanest, most surgical image possible. And okay, when you're shooting a comedy sitcom, that might be nice. But when you're shooting a fantasy TV show that, is supposed to basically represent this incredible world, and your footage looks surgical, for me it just doesn't work. Having this footage that is not stylized in any way. And you can give footage some style through different methods. Color grading, the John Wick movies or the Penguin show do that great because, they add some film grain, they have very creative lighting setups, and most importantly, they have a very distinct color grade applied. But when I watch The Rings of Power, I feel like I'm just watching iPhone footage without any color grading, like I'm watching just a school play that's been shot on iPhone and then distributed somehow. No film grain, no specific beautiful color grading, and the frame just looks boring. So it's not exciting, it's not fun, it's not beautiful, it's not stylized. I feel like if I just recorded, some footage with my iPhone and put it here, it would look exactly the same as some scene in a forest in The Rings of Power. And because basically film, any movie or TV show is a visual medium, not adding any style to the actual visuals, it would be as if Professor Tolkien didn't add any flair to his writings, didn't add any descriptions, beautiful words, style, things like that. That's basically what they're doing with the Rings of Power show and other shows nowadays as well, when they don't have a specific visual style. So that's it basically, that just pisses me off, but hopefully that's just a trend because we cannot continue having shows like that, just iPhone footage. But yeah, that's it. Thank you for being here. If you want to join my community where we learn Elvish languages, discuss Tolkien and other things like that, then click the first link in the description and I'll see you there.